Hi, and we're joined today by Becky from Encore Productions. Hi, Becky.
Hello.
When did you first conduct your research for the film for Encore Productions?
Well, the first research that we did for Red Balloon was after the animatic that we did, and then we also did some more after the rough cut.
Yeah, and for our audience, what is an animatic?
Well, basically, the animatic's a collection of photographs that we use as a storyboard. So after we'd done the script, we all got together, we went out on location, and we were taking the photographs of the shots that we would be filming.
Right.
Then put them all together in a slideshow.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then we got a kind of idea of whether they were going to enjoy it and what kind of thing it was. So after that, we were asking questions about whether they understood it, things like that.
Okay. So what kind of questions did you ask and why?
Well, like I say, after the animatic, they were to do with understanding the plot. And then after the rough cut that we did, which was a little bit further on in the process, they were more to do with the actual specific shots and things like that. So a little bit more in depth. So instead of using quantitative, like we were adding up the numbers, we were doing more with like words and they could feed back and give us more advice.
And what was the most interesting feedback that you found from the audience?
After the animatic, there was a general consensus, really, of the lack of desperacy in the town scene. It's quite an important scene within our film, and basically they'd said, you know, we don't understand what's going on, we don't feel for the actors, which is obviously very important for us. Yeah. So we went back out there and put it into practice as we were making the film. When we were in town, and we're thinking, right, okay, they've said this, we need to add a more urgency, things like that. So we took the camera off the tripod and we were doing a handheld effect. So we were following the protagonist, played by Stephen Barber, and it was getting this chaotic look. And I think that worked out quite well. When we received the feedback from the whole thing, that was one of the things that they'd said. Yeah. You know, that's fantastic. We asked, what was your least favourite shot? And that came up as it. And then this was one of the best shots, one of the favourite shots. So that was really useful.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that feedback is really important, but was there any feedback that you just ignored, like you didn't feel it would fit in with the film?
Yeah. There was a lot that we took on board, but edited a little bit. Yeah. Or, you know, we thought that it did work and then it didn't, but that's always going to happen. A lot of the feedback that we received was to do with not understanding. Dementia is one of the themes within Red Balloon, and it's something that works up. It builds upon itself throughout the film. Yeah. So we didn't want it to be explicit, but a lot of people were saying maybe it should be.
It's not obvious enough.
Yeah. So that was something someone had written that they would have liked to have seen some maybe medicine or something like that at the beginning, but we chose not to. And I think we've added on it, made it more obvious throughout, like silences. There's one scene in the car where the mother, played by Winifred Barber, sat in the back and she doesn't reply to a question asked by her son. Yeah. So I think that kind of implies, you know, there's something there, and I think that's when the audience start thinking about it.
Well, it is a very sensitive subject, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for talking to us today, Becky.
You're welcome.
It's great to hear, and we can't wait to see the film.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.